Hello. I am a remote viewer. My name is Ellen Red, and I did a little bit of a channeling the other day to try to find out exactly what's going on with Brittany Spears. A lot of you probably know that she's been under MK Ultra mind control and had a lot of infiltration to her energy, but the spirit guides told me that she's actually been body snatched. And so I remote viewed her energy, and I was shown that she had several entities that are basically trying to take her vessel. And I was shown three in particular that are basically fighting over her vessel. And so I just wanted to share a little bit about that. The first one I saw three different entities that were particularly the main ones trying to fight for her vessel. This means that they can find an access point through the auric field, and they can infiltrate the vessel itself. A lot of times if somebody goes through a lot of trauma, which Brittany Spears did, it can create disassociation, or the soul can leave the body while it's going through trauma. And while it's gone, entities can enter in the body and take it over. And a small part of her consciousness is still attached to her body, but she has a few entities that are warring over her. That's why she's a very tormented soul right now. And you can see it through her behavior and her actions and everything. So the first entity that I saw that was trying to have control over her looks like a Batman, not like Batman like the one you know here, but a man that has bat-like features in a human-looking body, kind of, and big claws kind of reaching down over her, covering part of her face and her head, kind of like accessing her brain. And this entity likes to try to make her forget her memories and cause other kinds of mental disorders, and also causes pain for her in her brain. She may, I don't know if she ever talks about this or not, but she may feel a little bit of pain or irritation there, because he likes to it looks like he holds on to her from that portal. And he's a very nefarious, very, very dark spirit. So the next entity that I saw was basically a witch spirit, and this witch spirit presents itself like it's really beautiful and glamorous and all these things, but when I peeled the veil back from her face, I saw very ugly witch character. So she tries to take over the vessel for Brittany Spears, and she tries to utilize Brittany's glamour and that kind of a thing, but really she's a very dark spirit that is taking over the body, and they tend to fight with each other, these entities that she's being wreaked havoc from. This witch spirit really wants to feed on other people's energy and gets a lot of power from people that worship her, Brittany Spears. The witch spirit gets the energy from. And the last one was a female, kind of like a goddess-like being with a long snake tail. And I saw her attached to Brittany's lower chakra from behind. And she likes to use sexual energy in nefarious ways. And she controls a lot of Brittany's movements. So again, Brittany's consciousness has mostly left her vessel. There's only a small fragment of it left, and the rest is these entities that are trying to fight and war over her, what we call body snatching her. And so I believe that she is mostly fully body snatched. And although she does have a small part of her consciousness that's still connected to the vessel, it's like that part of her consciousness isn't strong enough to combat these entities that are trying to take over her vessel. And that's why you're going to see her like having different personalities is because it's the entities that are presenting themselves through her and even warring over her vessel. And you can see in her face that she is struggling spiritually. And so anyway, that's my reading. Brittany Spears, I believe, has been almost completely body snatched. She has 3 walk-in souls that are warring over her body. And it's going to be very difficult for her to get herself through it, but any soul can if they're really trying. And so anyway, I will see you guys next time. Namaste.